For the fourth consecutive day, Israel and Iran have been locked in a fierce missile exchange. Despite growing calls for restraint, the war escalates. First, let's take a look at all the top developments at this hour. Israel's military has claimed it has struck command centers in Tehran, belonging to Iran's Quds force, with precise direction from the Intelligence Directorate. It says the targets were located in the Iranian capital. The IDF also says it is striking surface-to-surface missile sites in central Iran. The Israel Defense Forces have claimed that several weapon production sites were hit in a wide-scale wave of strikes. Now, Iran says it has successfully struck Israel with a salvo of missiles. Meanwhile, Israel rescuers say that 4 people have been killed and 74 others have been wounded following Iran's attack. Now, it, however, did not give a precise location, but has added that rescue operations were ongoing in 2 places. Now, Iran has vowed to carry out more devastating operations against Israeli targets. Iran's Revolutionary Guards, in a statement, said operations against the vital targets in Israel will continue until its complete destruction. The strikes have been reported in Tel Aviv. Emergency responders are on the scene as they battle multiple fires and damage to buildings. At least 12 people have been injured in the attack. Now, fires have also been reported outside the coastal city of Haifa. Also, loud explosions were heard in Jerusalem. On the other hand, Iranian missiles have been seen over Amman shortly after Tehran said it has launched a new barrage at Israel. Projectiles were also seen flying over occupied West Bank. All right, to discuss more, we are now being joined by David Rosenthal from Tel Aviv in Israel. He is a political analyst, journalist, and columnist. Thank you so much for joining us right now. First of all, if I could just ask you to just give us a kind of sense of what is happening on ground and how is the situation in Tel Aviv?
Yeah, thank you. The situation is not good, like we saw in the videos. Iran attacked 8 times now Israel, so they launched hundreds of rockets, and now we have more than 10 people dead and hundreds injured. So this situation only made that Israel continue fighting Iran, and we hope that this war that now start can have a finish soon, because we don't know when we'll finish. No, we know when it starts, not when finish, and the situation is very, very worried now for the Israeli people.
Right. That being said, how are Israelis reacting to this? I know that Netanyahu has promised to, he has gone after the Iranian regime. How are the Israelis reacting to this, first of all?
I think now the people in Israel want to continue in this way of fighting with Iran. Now the people are hoping to uh, continue this war against the terror regime of the Ayatollah Khomeini in Iran. And I think also that America is efforting and doing all to help Israel in this war between the West world and the democracy and liberty and the freedom against the terror and all that represents the theocracy of Iran in the world.
Right. Most of that being said, because you mentioned U.S., Donald Trump had earlier claimed that U.S. had nothing to do with these strikes. However, Israel, the Prime Minister, has said that he had informed President Trump ahead of Friday's military action, and more so, he has also claimed that American pilots are actively intercepting drones headed towards Israel. What is the reaction, and is now U.S. actually involved with Israel?
I think that for diplomacy and for strategy, U.S. says that they are not involved now, but for sure we need to know that America or U.S. is a very, very important ally of Israel. So for sure they are helping the Israelis and the government of Netanyahu in this war, and is very important this help of U.S. in this war, and for very, very, very important is the help that Donald Trump is giving now to Israel, and the future help, of course, that he will give to Israel.
Also, sir, Netanyahu says that regime change in Iran could be a result of Israeli attacks. Could this also be one of the goals that Israel has, to get a regime change in Iran?
Yes, I think not only Israel, also US, and of course the Iranian people, that these people is against the regime of Iran and the Ayatollahs. So I think not only is Israel and US that want this, also the Iranians outside Iran and inside, also that they are fighting from before against this regime that only made that the people suffer, and they prosecute and follow the people in a bad way. So is also for the people of Iran a hope to be outside of this and be freedom, have the freedom now when this regime have the end.
That being said, Mr. Rosenthal, that however the sentiments in Iranians don't seem to indicate the same. Iranians, after especially the attacks on civilians in Iran, they seem to say that the response against Israel is necessary after a night of the missile attacks from Israel.
Yeah, we see only these people that supports the Ayatollah regime, but the people that are not talking now, I think that they for sure want to destroy this regime. But yes, for sure, also there are people that are helping the Ayatollahs and Iran, and they want revenge with Israel, but it's not 100% of the population, is just 30% or 40% maximum, because in the past was intentions of take out the regime of the Ayatollah Khomeini. So a lot of people are waiting for that, and they support Israel and they support US.
All right. Point taken. Mr. David Rosenthal, thank you so much for joining on the show and giving your insights.
Thank you. Bye-bye.